So hey besties, come make some breakfast with me. So I had these bell peppers in my refrigerator and they had 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in the door. So we're gonna go ahead and use these today. I start by going ahead and giving them a good clean. After I get them clean, we're gonna go ahead and cut that top off. After we cut the top off, you wanna go ahead inside and get the core out and remove those seeds. I actually had somebody tell me that you can plant those seeds and grow your own bell peppers. I'm definitely not going to do that. I don't have the patience for a garden and doing all the work that comes with it, so I know it's not for me. But anybody who does like to garden, comment down below and let me know if you can plant these seeds and they'll actually grow your own bell peppers. Now we're going to be using red bell peppers, and we're also going to be using the orange bell peppers. After I got my bell peppers sliced up, I'm just going to go ahead and remove any more of the parts of it that I don't want, that I'm going to discard. And after that, I'm going to put that to the side and start cutting up my orange bell pepper. We're going to do the same method that we did with the first one. Slice it down the middle, go ahead on the inside, remove the core and the seeds, and go ahead and give it a nice slice. After I get my bell pepper sliced up, I do have in my freezer a bag of onions that I sliced up last night and put in there for when I'm ready to use it. So whatever bell peppers I don't use for this morning's breakfast, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of them in the freezer with those onions. And there I have some onions and bell peppers already ready to go for the next meal that I'm going to make. And I like doing that because it definitely makes mealtime go much smoother and it's easier. So now that our bell peppers are sliced up, what I'm going to do is take my red bell peppers and my orange bell peppers and try and line them up as evenly as I possibly can so I can go ahead and get them diced up together. When I'm doing omelets, I like my bell peppers diced up. When I'm doing a stir fry or anything in that nature, I like my bell peppers in strips. So now that we got all of them diced up, I'm just going to go back in, check and see if there's any pieces that I missed. And once I got those pieces that I missed, we're going to go on ahead, put it to the side, and get working on the next part. Next part we're going to do is get that tomato that we had from when we did our last breakfast. I still have some left over, so I'm going to go ahead and slice a couple of pieces of that tomato off because we don't need too much because we have so many other ingredients that we are incorporating in this omelet this morning. So I'm going to just use a little bit, slice it up, and I felt like I didn't quite have enough, so I'm going to go back, get another piece of tomato, dice that up, and I'm going to add it into the bowl as well with my red peppers and my orange peppers. And I like my tomatoes a little bit on the firm side. I don't like it too soft and mushy, so the fact that my tomato was still very firm was actually perfect for me. I was super excited about that. So going ahead, put those in the bowl, put those peppers over there, and we good and ready to go. Now y'all know how I like to do my spinach. I like to leave it whole, go as far as I can to the top part and get all those stems off. You can cook your stems, I prefer not to, so I'm going to go ahead and get the stems removed. I'm going to give it a good clean, and then I'm going to go ahead and shred it up a little bit, give it a rough chop before I go ahead and add it in my omelet. Now we're going to go ahead and start adding in our eggs, and I'm going to use about 6 to 7 eggs to do omelets for everybody. My daughter, she doesn't like veggies and stuff in her eggs, so I'm just going to do a plain scramble for her, and then after that I'm going to do omelets for the rest of the family. Now that eggshell just fell in there and it was not trying to come out. I had to try 3 times to get it out, so I was happy once I got it out. I was like, yes, we ready to go, keep going, and then another one falls right in. So I started to feel like, all right, today maybe I should have put the different meal option because these eggs ain't want to work with me. So after that, went on ahead, scooped that out, continued to crack some more of my eggs, looked and realized that my eggs were almost gone. And I just bought these eggs yesterday. Gotta go back to the market and get another dozen of eggs because eggs are expensive, y'all. So now got all my eggs cracked. I'm going in with those bell peppers, the orange and red ones. We're going to add that in there. We're also going to add our onions in there. And we did dice up some onions. I just didn't get it on camera, but we're going to go on ahead and add our onions in there. We also have some tomatoes as well we're going to add in there. After we get our tomatoes in there, we're going in with that spinach that we did the rough chop on, and I actually had a lot of spinach left over, so I went on ahead and stuck it in a bag with the rest of the bell peppers and onions and tomatoes that I didn't use, and I might saute that up later for dinner, or I might use it for breakfast tomorrow. I'm not too sure. Had some cheese, so we're going to go ahead and add some cheese in there, and my family likes a lot of cheese, so we're going to go and make sure we add some extra cheese. After we get our cheese in there, we're going to sprinkle it with just a little bit of salt, and we're going to do a little bit of pepper. We're going to do a real easy and simple light seasoning because we have so many other flavors in there. I'm very confident that our omelet will be loaded with lots of flavor. Now, after we get our omelet seasoned, we're going to go ahead and get our pan on and make sure that's getting nice and hot so that when we're ready with our omelet mixture, we are ready to go. Now, my pan is nice and hot. Went on ahead and hit it with a little bit of that grapeseed oil. And we're going to go on ahead and pour our omelet in there. So our omelet is a little bit thick and chunky because we got a lot of ingredients in there, but we're going to still make it do what it do. After we get our omelet in the pan, I'm going to give it slightly a little shake. So I'm making sure that my eggs spread all the way out. And it's best that when you're doing omelets to use a non-stick pan. Now that my eggs is all ready to be flipped, and you want to make sure you flip when the bottom part is nice and firm, unless it's going to break apart. Flipped it again into a triangle, went on ahead, got that man a plate, put a few slices of avocado on there, put that omelet on there, and when I tell you breakfast was served, breakfast is served. Now, if you're loving these videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Leave me a comment in the comment section. I love reading you guys' comments, or share it to somebody who may enjoy it. Bye, guys.